to Flagg, thought about it. Foster to Proctor, spotting out. Well, you said that's the best part of his game, and now he's going to have a chance for 4.
It is. That's what he's got to be able to do. Hunt his catch and shoot. And that's what he does best. He is a deflection master.
In practice, more than twice as many deflections as any of his teammates. Cooper Flagg on the receiving end.
Run. This team goes from defense to offense really fast.
Starting for 4 years at Tulane, he gets it from Flagg. Proctor slashing inside for Malik Brown, who finishes strong.
Such a tough group. I'm telling you, I love
in terms of the group of transfers.
It's the transfers you need. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you could go out and get some high quality, high dollar talent, but why when you already have it? That's the thing. Like,
Del Orso has it taken away by Proctor, and he'll go in for the slam. The junior from Sydney, Australia, is off to a great start tonight.
You're just not strong enough with the ball. Del Orso shows it.
Some foul trouble for Auburn. 3 guys with 2 fouls here in the first half. A turnover. The first of the game by the Tigers, and the flush for Proctor. And once again, with the shot clock running down, it'll be Flagg. Blocked. Proctor got it off and hits.
It looks like Auburn may be able to take this thing the other way. But Tyrese Proctor, the presence of mind to knock that down.
Really create some offense here.
With the basketball. 5 to shoot. Proctor gets around Smith. And a nifty finish.
Goes out of the game, and you wonder where the offense is going to come from for Duke. It's Tyrese Proctor.
It's a good coaching move by Coach Scheyer.
He was great with us today. It's the first time I've talked with him pregame in an environment like this. Proctor right down Main Street. 24-14, largest lead. Proctor gets the job done. For number 4, Duke to layup, he's got.
O'Connor had a jar loose, 10 on the timer. And picked off by Sion James. To a trailing Proctor. Bang from downtown. Cooper Flagg 0 for 2 start with a made free throw. And Tyrese Proctor will score it plus a foul to take us to our first stoppage. 4-point lead for Duke, projected number 1 pick. Javian McCollum, 2 on the floor for Georgia Tech right now. Terry loses control to Proctor. Here is Flagg on the run. And the stop!
5 to shoot. Proctor dancing, gets all the way to the basket. Wow. Get the Proctor drive.
Well, he just goes right by Wexler. Wexler reaches out and sort of gets in the Recksteiner's way, and there's no help there.
Knipple on the drive. Fell off the rim. Proctor back down the lane for the hammer. Woo! Game than this one right here. Tyrese. They ought to give you more than 2, my man. They really should.
Here's Flagg back in the game.
Proctor.
Man.
That's tough. He leads his team in assists, and then watch him be able to get and break the paint, force the help, pass it over for a better shot, and you see Proctor's able to knock it down.
That's 7 feet 5 inches on that wingspan. And his reach-up ability is 9'8". He can almost dunk flat-footed. Proctor a 3.
So it was everyone else that stepped it up until Cooper took over here in the second half.
Going around the back, draws 3. Here's Proctor open. He knocks in a 3-pointer.
Now Proctor got hit. It's going to be interesting to see. They're going to go over and look at this. Proctor got hit on the 3. They're going to.
Here's Proctor.
Model watch.
Yeah, but speaking of reliable punch, they've been able to rely on Matthew Cleveland for the last 6 games, but he hasn't even scored in this game. Gonga gets another opportunity. Soft hands.
That's the difference in the game. Proctor, nice give there, and it'll be dropped in. Gungba getting some points early.
Yeah, and the great hands by Gungba as well. When he was going for the loose ball, ran into one of the Eagles.
And again, looking for that cut to the basket, but this one knocked away by Duke. Evans will launch in transition, though. James grabs the rebound. Proctor, yes. James with a bounce for Flagg. Flagg sliding in, banks it in, and he'll be headed to the line. Cooper Flagg looking for a three-point play.
The patience, the poise, the ball fakes, head fakes, pump fakes, ball fake, whatever it's going to be, he gets you off balance.
So Duke with a response, and how about this? The pick by James. He'll slide in. Trey Parker was looking to his bench.
Makes exactly the right cross-court pass. The skip, beautifully done.
And now his second steal of the night. Off to Proctor for the slam.
And Tyrese Proctor, and then his second steal of the game leads to an easy.
And he and Janai Broome, would you say, are the top two contenders right now for National Player of the Year?
Yeah, I'd say Cam Jones and Marquette is in there too, but I think those two are the top candidates.
They'll share it again. Evans with a shot fake. Back for Proctor. A three. It's good. Evans hit the last three and sets up Proctor for the next one. I know we talk about Cooper Flagg a lot, and maybe if you don't like Duke, it's Proctor, it's a three, you're sick of it. Here's the thing, he is worth it. Every game he does this kind of stuff.
To me, if he wanted to be selfish, he'd get 30 every night.
He absolutely would. And Dick Vitale, we'd talk about how cerebral Cooper Flagg is. He waited until we got on ESPN before he took a shot.
He's something to shoot the three.
Yeah, he's 46% and knocked away and scooped up by Proctor. That's going to be 5 early turnovers here for Clemson.
But, Coach, which game is more difficult, that first game, the midweek Wednesday game, or the Saturday game once you've been here and got an opportunity to get acclimated?
You know, both of them are difficult. The first one, you're just getting here. The second one, you've been here too long almost.
Here's Malawach. Tyrese tees up a deep three. That's good. We watched them go over that.
Beautiful young guy with the Blair Academy in New Jersey. And he's been playing so great. I don't think he's scored yet, has he?
Proctor off the spin knocks it in.
And that's the reason why. But, Obi, look at the special attention being paid to Blakes. If there's anyone, and again, these guys love him. Tyrese Proctor loves Jalen Blakes.
Proctor with a step back in the three and hits the shot.
And Tyrese Proctor stays confident, Obi. We watched him.
Difficult.
And the size a factor there, and then a run out and a chance for three for Tyrese Proctor.
Boy, after the block shot, Cooper Flagg taking it right down the middle of the floor in transition.
Damon Stoudemire concerned as to where he's going to get scoring against this Duke Blue Devil team.
And a pick by Proctor. And we'll slam it down. And Duke continues to roll 38-31.
Doing the job defensively, coming up with the steal. Also the highlight to give his team a 7-point lead.
14 for Duncan Powell, coming up 21 against Virginia yesterday. Inside and a layup ban in by Gungba.
And Gungba continues to give the Blue Devils great minutes.
Gungba downstairs, beautifully run and laid in by Proctor. Here's Proctor. Keeps on dribbling, and a great job by Malawach to roll off it.
And Proctor, one of the veterans, getting it done on this last possession.
Malawach high post, Proctor with a floating pass for the big guy who slams it down. To go.
We saw this time and time again in the semifinal matchup against the Tar Heels last night for the Blue Devils, getting inside the painted area, throwing it up, whether it's Malawach or it's Gungba. The Blue Devils.
Here's Foster. Took a peek at the shot clock as he goes between the legs and kicks it. And here's Proctor and swishes into triple.